Welcome back.
Teabag. Classic.
Thing
I learned in Halo.
I need to play some Call of Duty.
Yeah, do it tonight.
I might have to.
Nothing like a good old rounds getting absolutely wrecked by 13-year-old kids.
It's a little disappointing. Honestly, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I'm 30, and I still love playing Call of Duty. And then I was like, nope, there's nothing wrong with that. That's
Absolutely
totally
not.
fine.
I'm not disappointed at all. I'm more proud than anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've thought about it, like how, our generation, how dope our nursing homes are going to be.
Dude.
Because we're just legitimately going to sit around and just play Super Smash Bros.
It's going to be a throwback to college.
Yeah.
My wife is going to hate it.
Dude, I cannot wait to be put in a nursing home.
I say stupid stuff, by the way. Can I just pause for a minute? I say stupid stuff.
Why would you say that?
Because I literally just said my wife's going to hate it without getting any context. And I get in trouble for that.
Okay, you want to explain yourself then?
Yeah, so explaining this one, at least, is the fact that my wife does not love stories about me in college because she just thinks it's cringy, which
that's great.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
So it's fair, completely fair. But I say stuff like that, it's going to be just like college. She's like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
When I think of you in college, I cringe.
So why? Because you were a dork or what?
I didn't have a beard, so I looked a lot dorkier. I don't know honestly why she finds it so cringy. I haven't asked. Maybe I should ask.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I will 100% be down for living in a retirement home if there's system linking your Xboxes.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be great.
I'm pumped. It's gonna be great.
Can we book our retirement homes now?
Can we just
be neighbors?
Yes, there you go. I like it.
Oh,
just playing video games and watching The Office on repeat.
Oh,
if it's not canceled by that point,
dude, just buy the DVDs.
Well, there you go.
Stop, Blair.
There you go.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Pineapple.
Okay, I'm good. Would you stop?
Speaking of pineapple, if you guys haven't listened to SpongeBob's new track.
Is it SpongeBob? Because I thought it was AI.
It is AI. Well, obviously it's AI. But
just saying, that's not technically
it's called Just a
SpongeBob's.
Pineapple. It's my favorite song right now. And Sarah's freaking out because the boys know it by heart now. She's like, this is what you did to our kids. And I'm like, I'm so proud. Could not be prouder.
I love it.
But yeah, it's been a second since we've been able to do this.
It's been a week.
You've traveled. I've been busy. There's a couple of weeks where there was a week where I forgot.
Well, so no, do you forget we recorded one?
Oh, we did. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we did. Okay, we did. Yeah. Okay, that was after that.
But it honestly, it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah,
because of just
stuff.
Literally, it's July 26th as we're recording this, and I'm like, where did this month go?
Yeah,
we were on vacation the first week of July, and then we got back from vacation on a Saturday. We got word that my grandmother was not doing well, her cancer treatment. They couldn't do anything for it at this point. And so got home Saturday. Thursday, I flew down to St. Louis to say goodbye to my grandma. It was actually really amazing. Got there Thursday night, sat up with her all night long with my mom, and got to spend a little bit of time just praying with her, praying over her. She wasn't her eyes were closed. She wasn't talking back, but you could tell she was she squeezed my hand when I was praying for her and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she passed Friday morning, which was also really cool because she was up all night. We thought it was going to be anytime during the night. And my grandpa came into the room, kissed her on the forehead, said good morning, sat down in his chair, and it was 15 minutes later.
Really?
So it was it felt whether it was or not, it felt like she waited for him.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was just,
man,
it was so obviously very, very sad, and hard to let go of someone who just means so much.
Yeah.
But it honestly, I look back at that weekend, I'm honestly, it was just a very life-giving weekend,
Yeah.
which is odd to say, but at the same time, like it's exactly what she would have wanted.
Exactly.
Like all of our family was there. My brother was out in Oregon on a forest fire, but like his wife and their sons came in. Emma came in a couple days after I did, and just got to see all of our family. Got to watch old family videos, and we're looking through all these photos and everything.
Yeah.
I think the coolest part though, Friday morning, after she passed, I was sitting in her chair and I looked over and saw her Bible sitting there. And I had told my grandpa, like, hey, if you want me to do the service, I'll do the service. So I pulled it down, hoping to find like a passage that she like highlighted or, marked or whatever. Ended up finding 2 passages, only 2 in her Bible that she marked, and they like correlated and like were basically like verses that kind of defined her life.
Yeah.
So that was cool, and I was able to use that for her message. But then I went to the beginning of her Bible, like to see like if she had written down when she got it. And she left this note in there that it just said, to Ed, who's my grandpa, and then my kids. And it was like, do not cry tears, but be joyous. Like I've loved every moment with you. Like it's just like basically saying like, do not grieve, like be happy.
Yeah.
Like, and then she closed it with, 'twas heaven here with you. And it just like,
oof. Yeah.
It was so amazing because I was like,
and she wrote that knowing that she was okay.
We don't know when she wrote it. Like we don't know if it was, because she was diagnosed with this cancer 8-9 months ago. So it could have been somewhere in that period. She also she was diagnosed with it a couple years back and then beat it and it came back. So it could have been during that first round. Like we have no idea, but like I look at it and I'm like, she knew someone would find that one day and like that it would bring comfort and joy and peace to us all. And it just amazes me that we found it the day she passed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
yeah, that's awesome to be able to experience that.
Yeah. All that to say, it was a hard weekend, but it was a very good weekend. But all of that, vacation, everything else, I've had a lot of work going on.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm like, wow, July is almost over and it's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe this year's already halfway done.
Dude, it's weird.
Yeah. So Quinn's going to be 10 months already here in the next week or so.
Yeah.
Which is mind blowing.
So her birthday is
September 28th.
Okay.
September 28th.
Can I edit that?
Please edit that.
I don't think I can edit it.
No, I know because it's right between my mom and my brother's birthday.
Okay.
So, but yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, it's weird.
But yeah, so tonight we were just gonna kind of talk about what we're looking forward to most. I think when it comes to being fathers and what the experiences we know we're gonna experience it with our kids, either excitement, either fear.
Yeah, what we're looking forward to most, maybe what we're I kind of rationalize it to the fact of, I don't know if rationalize is the right word, but I like whenever there's a new dad coming around, right? Like they're about to have a kid, I'm always like, all right, what are you most excited for and what are you most afraid of?
Yeah.
Or like nervous about or whatever. So I feel like it's like that's the same question we're asking,
Yeah.
like as we think about the future with our kids.
Absolutely. No, I think that's a great thing. And I think we're in 2 different boats right now. So I have, 2 older young men, little boys. So Colin and Noah, and then Quinn's 10 months, and you have Mia, who's a little bit older.
The beginning of September.
So we're kind of in different boats, like experiencing different, personalities, you know. So when it comes to Mia, what are you looking forward to most, do you think, in the next few years? Like, I tell you one thing, one of the best things is seeing your oldest with your next oldest. Yeah. And that's always, because they're going to be the closest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's probably, like, there's a couple of things. Like, I always have said the thing that I love, like, watching most about her is, like, her discover the world around her.
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, this sense of wonder that she has. And I still say that, like, I'm so looking forward to seeing that play out on a daily basis because, like, it is something that gets played out on a daily basis. Like, she figures something out new every day. And sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want you to figure that out.
Yeah.
But it's just so cool. Like, we got this little tower. So our buddy Craig works for this company, Tyke and Tots. And I was able to get my hands on like their prototype of a tower that they're making. So like she can stand at the island and like, you know, draw there. Like we can push her over to the sink and she can help with dishes.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Haven't done that yet. Haven't done that yet. But we put it up to the island and she loves it and like immediately knew how to do it. Like it's just stuff like that, like watching her figure things out. Like I love that. But yeah, I the other big thing is I'm really looking forward to watching her become a big sister.
Yeah.
Because like she loves babies. Like whenever, you know, I mean, she loves Quinn. Like we've got photos of her like squeezing Quinn, which is a little terrifying. I talked about in the last podcast how I taught her anaconda squeeze, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a little scared that she's going to grab baby brother and just be like, anaconda squeeze. So let him go. Yeah. Cause she's her mother.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something her mom would do.
Yeah.
But I like, it's just, she is so excited about him. Like, I'll today I had to put together a table, like a side table in his room. I was like, you want to go in baby brother's room?
Yeah.
And like runs in there.
Yeah.
She also has figured out how to climb into his crib. She hasn't climbed out of her crib yet, but she can climb into his crib.
Are they in the same bedroom or?
No, but it's like she climbs up the side and then flips herself over.
Wow.
And she like
that's
lands.
actually extremely impressive.
It's extremely impressive. And I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to let you do that.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by you. But like she flips herself onto his snuggle me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we really can't let you do this because you're going to try this when he's in that snuggle me.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited to watch her, like, even at a young age, like, be excited and, like, love him.
Yeah.
But it's also really cool because my wife and my brother-in-law are like the exact same year, like time apart as Mia and Milo will be.
Okay.
And so like
that's cool.
Yeah. So I feel like I get a glimpse of what their relationship is going to be like when I look at my wife and her brother.
It's about 2 years.
Yeah. Like literally almost to the day. The same that, well, who knows if she'll actually deliver on her due date, but like if she does, it'd be like so close to theirs.
Yeah.
So you just like, it's cool because I feel like I get a glimpse of that, but yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. It's always quite the experience. It can be tough too.
Oh yeah,
because there's definitely a process for them to realize, wow, I'm not the baby anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not the sole purpose for my parents. You know. So
yeah,
but
Blair had to go through that, didn't you, Blair?
She's still going through that.
She's still. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little. That's what I'm most scared about Milo coming is dealing with this.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. It is always a joy seeing your kids grow together and learn together. But for me, you know, I have an almost 6-year-old, which blows my mind.
Yeah. Thinking
about the fact that I almost have a 6-year-old. Like that but even today, like I was looking at him and he looked like Sarah's very bougie and the way that she dresses the boys. They're always very, well dressed.
Honestly, I will say, I love your boy's style.
Well, it's Sarah's style, but
well, it works though. Like
the oversized t-shirts and the hair, and it's just like, dude, I think it's goofy.
They look like little like surfer boys sometimes.
Yeah,
and well,
it's adorable. They're blessed with, you know, darker complexion and Sarah's features. Like Colin has blonde hair and the brightest blue eyes. Yeah, and it's just like, dude, we're gonna have problems with you.
Side note: how much do you hate it when people say, "Oh, you're gonna have problems," like when you get older, like talking about your kids?
There are things that upset me. That's one that, like, it's more the ones the comments that upset me are claiming that. I guess it kind of falls into the same realm, but like people say things like, "Oh, Noah's 2. Well, that's a terrible 2s."
Yeah.
Or you have a 3-year-old, he's in the 3-nager stage, or things like that. I guess more or less when they say, "Oh, Colin's going to be a problem," I guess it does kind of fall into the same category.
When someone like looks at me and she's like, "Oh, she's so cute," and then looks at me and be like, "You're gonna have your hands full when she's in high school," I'm like, why do you think that's a good comment?
Yeah.
just because my daughter is cute doesn't mean we're gonna have problems. Like
exactly.
drives me nuts because it immediately is like people are putting a perception onto her that like she's gonna be a boy magnet.
Yeah.
She's, all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that's not true.
Yeah.
Like sure she could be,
yeah.
but like that's not how it's going
It's
to
more
be.
or less that awkward, like, I don't know what to say right now, so I'm just gonna say something that's been
just keep
like
your mouth shut.
It's like it's just an extra comment made. But yeah, so Colin was like really, really into baseball. He's very good. Like I love seeing him play. So he's playing fall ball and just seeing him not only embrace like some things he loves, but seeing him create relationship with boys his age, like him and Porter's relationship. I love.
Dude, it's so cool.
Love seeing they get in trouble all the time.
Oh,
but like that's okay. Like I obviously gonna address the problems, but like that's what you do. You create relationships with boys, and you try to you just build that relationship, and you get into trouble. And we had to have some conversations yesterday, but like in the back of my mind, there's a sense of like understanding behind it. Like, okay, I know what you're going through right now.
Yeah.
Like, but I love seeing the relationship, and it's and kind of back to this whole like relationship thing, like girls and boys. Like he's gonna hate that I say this so down the road, but he's starting to like notice girls.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're almost 6. Like this I was nowhere near this close.
I think I had my first crush when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, he's about to go to kindergarten. Yeah. And
I remember running through the fields holding her hand.
Oh,
like during field
this?
day. Probably not. And then other kids like making fun of in kindergarten. And so like we dropped hands and that was it.
Yeah.
That was the end of it.
That was the end of the shortest relationship I ever had. But like
I'm trying to think if that was the shortest relationship I ever had. Probably.
But seeing that and then like just him learning, it's like he is going into kindergarten, so that's a new like 5 days a week, 8 hours is a big deal. So I'm very, very excited. But very, very, not necessarily like we were saying, I'm not necessarily scared. It's just on my radar more than I thought it was going to be regarding, making sure that I'm setting the example with how men are supposed to act appropriately.
I saw a video earlier this week. I told Emma about this. I saw it was a reel, and it like just kind of inspired me because I was like, ooh, I want to do this. And it was like this mom who just posted that I guess she's got 3 sons, and every Saturday or Sunday, the husband takes all 3 boys and they go pick up the groceries. They go in mom's car. So they pick up the groceries and then they vacuum out the car and then they get the car washed and fill it up with gas. It's just like a routine that they've built like every Saturday or Sunday doing that. And she was just saying, I love that like my husband, whether it's intentional or unintentional, I don't know if he's being intentional with it or it's just something he's doing, but like he's teaching them like, an element of taking care of your wife. I was like, ooh, I kind of love that. Like, kind of want to do that with Milo. And even with Mia too. You know?
No, you're 100% right.
Emma was like, yes, you can do that. You can 100% do that.
But that's a very good point because it like puts it into perspective how much they are watching you and learning from you.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me think I could probably do a little bit better sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are some of the things that I'm looking forward to. I really am looking forward to if they love sports, the love for sports.
Yeah, that's another one I'm looking forward to.
So far, they're loving it. They love baseball.
Mia I got her a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Because if she wants to play any sport, whatever, not football, but any other sport, like totally down. Maybe not hockey either. I just find hockey boring, but she wants to play baseball. Perfect. Yeah. She wants to play soccer. I guess it would be softball, but soccer, basketball, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking forward to her playing soccer.
Yeah, but I tell you what, it is tough, and it's gonna happen. It's tough seeing your kid fail.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like it is like they will feel defeated, and you're like heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like for them.
Yeah.
But like there's a way to handle that situation because I've seen dads who will go off on their kids when they fail.
Yeah, no.
and it breaks my heart. Like, I'm just like, that's not what I want for my boys whatsoever.
Yeah. We had a coach who, I was actually just thinking about this. So when I was down in St. Louis, I went to go see a St. Louis City game with a good buddy of mine who lives there. And when we were kids, we went to separate elementary schools. And his school always destroyed my school in basketball.
Oh, really?
Literally to the point of the last game we played, like they spent 15 minutes just passing the ball, like without making a shot, because they just were like, this is fun.
Oh, wow.
It was so annoying. But I will say, like, our team was horrible from 6th grade through fifth grade up through 8th grade. We didn't win a single game until like our second to last game in 8th grade. And it was one of those things where like our coach always was like, hey, like, that's okay. Like, I know it sucks. Like, I know it hurts, like, to not lose, like, or to not win. Like, and you feel, bad, especially when you're playing St. Ambrose and they just always kick our butts.
Yeah.
He's like, but that's okay. Like, that's just kind of how it is sometimes. And then we get that one game that we win, and he just like celebrated like nothing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So there's definitely right ways to handle it.
Yeah.
There's definitely wrong ways to handle it.
Yeah.
But
I remember there was one game. Our coach was very, very similar, and we lost a game in overtime. A guy missed a shot, and it was the most like gut wrenching because they were our rivals.
Yeah.
The most gut wrenching feeling in the world because we were so close.
Yeah.
But instead of like getting frustrated, he circled us all up. He said, "We're gonna pray." And so we prayed and thanked God for the opportunity to play that night and things like that. It was actually a really cool moment because none of us expected it, but he's just like, you can tell he was extremely disappointed, not in everybody, but just like the fact that we lost. But he's like, you know what? We're going to give it to God.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's the kind of instillment I want in my kids, to be the best that they can be.
Right.
But in a way that glorifies God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see. I know Sarah is she's already looking into dance studios for Quinn. And I would, dude, I'm gonna lose it when I see my daughter dancing I'm gonna lose it, absolutely lose it. And then Sarah's obviously a gymnast as well, so she wants Quinn to do gymnastics and things like that.
I feel like that stuff's gonna be fun.
Oh,
you know what I'm thinking of right now though? You watch The Greatest Showman?
Oh yeah.
So you know the closing scene, like where they're at the ballet and the one daughter is
the
ballet, and the other daughter is the tree.
Bro, dude, if Quinn plays the tree, I'm gonna die, dude.
It'd be so funny. Honestly, I could see Mia being the tree.
That is great. Guys, Quinn and Mia are their first ballet.
I would love that.
Oh my gosh,
like, I would love that. That was probably one of my favorite scenes of that movie.
That was great. That is great. That is great.
No, I feel like that'll be a fun season. I tell you one thing I'm like kind of looking forward to, but kind of not. Emma brought this up the other day. Like, we were talking about a wedding. We obviously we film weddings, and so we were talking about one. And she was like, "Is it weird to think that you're gonna walk her down the aisle?"
Oh, bro, don't even.
And I'm like, "Don't talk to me about it." Like, yes, I know it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be beautiful. Like, I'm gonna love that, but I don't want to think about that right now. Not because it's bad, and there's like, I will look forward to that day, and I will love that day.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many years till then. Like, I don't want to start thinking about that.
The thought of that is just heart wrenching.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I love all my kids equally.
Yeah.
But there's a difference when you're experiencing like giving away your daughter as compared to like I can't. Oh man, I don't want to think about that, dude. But it is going to be a moment, especially like, and I'm thinking like different like scenarios, like graduating,
or even like going to prom,
driving away in your first car, like
going to college.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, who knows where she'll go to college, but like, I remember my parents dropped me off to college, and like, I know my mom cried on the way home. And we're just like, I would, like, if we take her out of state for college, like, and have to drop her off and leave, like, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be a wreck.
Can you imagine? Oh, dude. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All right, this is the end of the podcast.
Oh, man. But no, it's those moments where I am looking forward to embrace. So I
think that's like, that's one of those ones where like, we're thinking so far out that it's hard because it's like, you don't want to wish away the days that you have.
Exactly.
And so that's part of the reason why I'm like, I don't want to think about that yet. Like, I don't want to get focused on that and then not see what's happening here today.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I am thinking about that, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know that day's going to come, and I want to be aware of that, and I want to be praying for her future husband, you know, and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a weird balance.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. But one thing,
do they still play that song?
no,
Not really.
it's more a river flows through, you know.
What did she walk down the aisle to?
The final countdown.
Doodle-doo-doo. No, she walked down to Twilight. There's a Twilight song.
No way. Oh, is it the I have every day waiting for you?
But it was the one from Twilight. So I was like, you can walk down to that if we can enter the reception to September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, that's a great song. That's a
wonderful.
great entrance.
It was a great deal.
I legitimately have no idea what we walked into. I have no idea. I want to say, something cheesy, like Shut Up and Dance or something like that.
That's not a bad one.
It's overused, but
hey, it was popular.
It was popular for a certain amount of time. But one thing I am like looking forward to, but a little nervous, and I mentioned this before, but like I'm a guy and my boys are going to be growing into men, and you know, having conversations regarding, you know, the importance of purity, and like we were talking about before, like the appropriate way to treat your mom and women in general, making sure that, you know, they're going to be going to school and they're going to have multiple different sets of examples to look at. Yeah. But that they're...
Especially in today's day.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm already at the point where like, okay, we know we're sending our kids to Black Hawk, but like, I just...
Which, by the way, it's incredible. So,
that's another thing I look forward to.
Yeah.
All the school stuff. But like, I'm also like, even like, doesn't matter if you send a kid to public school or private school. Like, that's just how it is. Like, it's so different than when we were kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, ridiculously different.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things that like, I'm excited for that, like for like the school part and like all that comes with it, but I'm terrified for that too.
Yeah. Yeah. And just making sure that I'm setting a good enough example.
Yeah.
So that they come to me with questions, and, you know, I'm able to approach everything with a sense of grace.
Yeah.
And knowing that I know you're growing, and I know, you know, what you're going through. And I want them to want to walk through that with me, to be that example of a father for them. And they're not looking to other people for that example.
Right.
And so,
or at least not looking to other people that would be giving
bad
the
examples.
wrong
Yes, obviously, yes. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're looking at the right example, not the bad example. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be gonna be a journey, having those combos with your kiddos.
Yeah,
it's like,
I think the one that like scares me, and it's not one that like it doesn't like I'm not looking forward to it. Double negative there, but like the one that scares me is when I'm having to lead my kids in areas where I'm weak.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Okay, like, because part of it's like, if it's, so let's take fivefold. I am low as an evangelist. Like, my top is teacher, pastor. I am low as an evangelist. And so, like, I've already, like, been thinking, like, oh, I feel like Mia, like, is going to be an evangelist. Like, just how outgoing she is. She's always trying to, like, talk to people, like, as a 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old. But, like, it scares me to think of, like, I have to show her what it looks like, you know, to be an evangelist. I have to show her what it looks like to do these things that I'm not strong at.
Yeah.
And it scares me because it's like, what if I teach her wrong? But even more so, what scares me is, like, what if I just don't teach her?
Yeah.
What if I'm so, like, held back by my own fear of, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think, like, it's good for me to think of that, because then it's like, okay, well, I can't do that. But, like, that's what scares me. Like, that's the thing that I'm like, whew.
And I think that's where we were mentioning earlier how important it is just to identify, okay, I'm not the strongest in this, but we have brothers and sisters that are strong in
Yeah.
that and have the opportunity and the ability to invest in our kids.
Yeah.
So, because I love, the investment that you've made in my kids, and I love that relationship that I see that you have with them. And it really kind of honors like us seeing how you act. So we really appreciate you. And then obviously, everybody else in our, church that
Yeah.
we love seeing interact with our kids, because we know the kind of example that our children are looking at. So it's fun. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be good.
We'll
see.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm also looking forward to when the boys get good at video games and we can just like all clash online.
I never thought about that.
Can you imagine?
We could have an entire party.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Colin's already pretty good.
We would need to change our party name.
Oh yeah, we would.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you what our clan name is. It's not very appropriate.
Neither of us picked it. Let's be clear about that.
True. We actually kind of stole it, but it's really really funny. So,
dude, I never thought about that. Like, that would be so fun.
I'm looking forward to like the fact that we all have boys now.
Yeah.
Like going to baseball games. Like taking
Dude,
the boys to
my
a
girl to a baseball game.
Cubs game. You can.
Don't Cubs game.
Well, we all like the Cubs. You're the only one who doesn't like the Cubs. So.
If it's a Cubs playing the Cardinals, we'll go.
There you go.
Honestly, watching game.
Mia would like that too.
Watching game at Wrigley would be fun.
Yeah, I mean,
we should take them to, instead of going Cubs Cardinals, we should go St. Louis City versus Chicago. It's Fire, I think it is MLS.
Yeah,
dude, it's nuts.
Yeah, the boys aren't into soccer as much as baseball, but I would love that.
That camera died. Dang it!
Which one did?
This one.
When?
I don't know. A couple minutes ago. Oh,
Sweet.
I always forget to restart it. Oh, my legs hurt. It's Wednesday.
Leg day.
It's leg day.
Look at you. Look at you.
But
all right.
I got nothing else. I literally just restarted that camera and it's like, all right, we're done.
Yeah. No, I'm all out. I'm plumb out.
Plumb out?
Plumb out.
I don't get that.
Isn't that is it okay? Am I gonna sound stupid? I say that's a term.
I don't know.
I'm plumb out of ideas. Yeah.
I've literally never heard that in my life. You very well could be correct, but I've never heard it.
Like plumb tuckered out? You never heard of that? I'm plumb tuckered out? Yeah, it's actually a term. Look
okay. Sounds like a homeschool thing.
Bro, you just a hater, bro. Straight up hater. Oh. Dude, my best friends are my siblings. I took my mom to prom.
Were you class president?
Yes. I was top in my class.
You were also the lowest of your class.
Very much so.
Yeah.
More or less on the low side. But here we are.
Okay. All right. That's all we got for you guys tonight.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, do stuff. We have a giveaway next week.
Do we?
We're giving away Blair. So to the person. So make sure to like and share.
Actually,
and
we're gonna have a baby here soon. So if there is someone who wants to take Blair for like a week, not opposed to that.
There you go. So if your name gets drawn, then you get to take Blair for a week.
You have to apply though. We'll vet you. Get it? Vet you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're done.
All right. See ya.